business where image was everything and first impressions could make or break million-dollar accounts, the right watch wasn't just a fashion choice, it was part of the pitch. And these were the men who sold perfection for a living. Their suits were tailored, their drinks were stiff, and their watches subtle, refined, and deeply intentional. So today, we're stepping into the smoky boardrooms and slick corner offices of 1960s Madison Avenue to explore the timepieces that defined madmen and the characters who wore them. Starting with Don Draper. This is a man that sells dreams, masks truths, and lives behind a wall of tailored suits and old fashions. So it's only fitting that the man with so many secrets wears many watches, one for each chapter of his ever-shifting identity. And from season 1, the ever-changing pieces on Draper's wrist subtly reflects his arc, starting with season 1, where he wears a Gégé Lecoultre Memovox nicknamed the Tuxedo, due to its black and white dial. This model represents Don at the beginning of his empire, functional, composed, and well-dressed, but not yet elite. It's the watch of a man on the rise, not yet untouchable, but already a cut above. The exact reference, a Gégé Lecoultre Memovox E855, was released in the early 1960s. It's a classic example of an alarm watch and is housed in a 37mm stainless steel case with a domed plexiglass crystal. Powered by the caliber K825 bumper automatic movement, it features a mechanical alarm function driven by a separate barrel. It also features a framed date window which sits at 3 o'clock. Originally offered on leather, but sometimes paired with a beads of rice bracelet, the E855 combines utility and elegance, making it one of the most iconic and collectible vintage JLC models. When it was released in the early 1960s, the Gégé Lecoultre Memovox sold for around $100 to $150 USD, a premium price at the time. Today, it's a coveted vintage piece, with stainless steel models typically selling for $3,000 to $5,000 USD, depending on condition and originality. Other dial variants or gold versions can fetch $6,000 or more. But the Memovox didn't stay on Draper's wrist for long, as in season 2, he upgrades to a different Gégé Lecoultre, specifically the Reverso Classique in gold. While I couldn't find the exact reference number, this particular Reverso featured an 18-karat yellow gold case, brown leather strap, and signature rectangular shape, embodying the clean Art Deco lines the model is famous for. The reversible case, originally designed for polo players, feels especially fitting for Draper, a man constantly flipping between identities. In the show, Betty even has it engraved with his initials, turning the watch into a subtle emblem of both success and secrecy. While exact pricing is hard to confirm, a yellow gold Reverso Classique in the 1960s likely sold for somewhere between $1,000 and $1,500 USD, making it an undeniable luxury piece for the era. Today, vintage models typically trade for around $4,000 to $6,000 USD on the secondary market, while factory new modern equivalents command significantly more, retailing for approximately $15,800 USD. But just like Draper's Memovox, it didn't take long for him to move on to the next watch, and in season 4, he jumped ship to another brand altogether, Rolex. In 1964 to 65, during the show's timeline, Don and his agency begin working with Rolex, and fittingly, he ends up getting his hands on a Rolex Explorer 1, reference 1016. This version of the Explorer, launched in 1963, features a 36mm stainless steel case, a clean black dial with Arabic numerals at 3, 6, and 9, and is powered by Rolex's reliable caliber 1570 automatic movement. Originally built for mountaineers and adventurers, it was a watch designed not for show, but for survival, famously created to honor the first successful ascent of Everest in 1953. It's a symbolic shift. Draper is no longer the polished, composed mystery man of earlier seasons. By season 4, he's grappling with divorce, professional instability, and the consequences of his double life. The Explorer reflects that change, a tool watch for a man who's now climbing a very different kind of mountain. Back then, it would have sold for around $250 USD. Today, a well-preserved Explorer 1016 can easily fetch $20,000 or more, making this specific vintage reference considerably more valuable than even its modern, factory-new counterparts. But even a Rolex Explorer wasn't worthy of staying on Draper's wrist for too long, as in Season 5, he switches once again. This time to the Omega Seamaster DeVille reference 166020. The Seamaster DeVille isn't a rugged tool watch. It's sleek, minimalist, and urban. Draper's model features a 34mm stainless steel case, a black dial with a date window, and is powered by the reliable Omega Caliber 565 automatic movement. While it technically belongs to the Seamaster line, this DeVille isn't a dive watch. It offers just 30 meters of water resistance and was always intended more for boardrooms than beaches. With its understated black-on-black aesthetic, it pairs perfectly with Don's darker suits and even darker state of mind. Originally priced around $100, these vintage DeVilles now sell for $800 to $1,500, making it one of the most accessible Mad Men era watches and one of the most quietly stylish. By Season 6, Draper's wardrobe warms up, and apparently so does his wrist, as he's seen wearing what appears to be a yellow-gold Omega DeVille, possibly another 34mm automatic model, this time paired with a sleek black strap. By now, Don isn't ascending anymore. He's unraveling, and this watch feels like an anchor to the identity he's built, or a relic of it. Next up is Roger Sterling, the silver-tongued co-founder of Sterling Cooper. A man born into the business, Roger coasts on charm, connections, and a perfectly tailored three-piece suit. He's effortlessly witty, devastatingly self-assured, and usually 2 martinis deep before lunch. Unlike Don, who built his identity from the ground up, Roger inherited his, and his watch reflects that perfectly. So what is it? A Tudor Oyster Prince reference 7967, which, similar to Draper's Memovox, features a similar striking tuxedo dial. Often nicknamed the Tuxedo for its elegant two-tone black and silver dial, it's a fitting choice for a man who probably sleeps in a dinner jacket. And while it's far more conservative than Don Draper's rotating collection of timepieces, that's precisely the point. Roger doesn't need to chase trends or prove anything. His watch isn't about ambition or reinvention. It's about legacy, class, and effortless confidence. Powered by Rolex's first automatic movement and housed in a 34mm Oyster case, the 7967 would have cost around $75 in the late 1950s. Today, vintage examples in good condition fetch between $1,500 and $4,000, a modest price for something that wears so much status with so little flash. Last up, we've got Pete Campbell, the picture of restless ambition. He's eager, insecure, and perpetually clawing his way upward, desperate to earn the respect that Don Draper seems to command so effortlessly. He's not for money, but he pretends like he is, always chasing prestige, always posturing. And fittingly, his watch isn't some Swiss status symbol. It's a Hamilton Sputnik, one of the most affordable American timepieces of the era. But it looks the part. Bold, modern, and distinct, it's the wristwear equivalent of Pete himself, eager to stand out, but not quite in the same league as the old guard. Originally priced around $40, vintage examples today sell for $400 to $800, making it a lasting symbol of aspirational style. In a world full of Rolexes and Reversos, Pete's watch is a small but telling detail, a quiet signal that he's always reaching, but never quite arrived. And that's it for today's video. If you want to know about the watches of other characters like Ken Cosgrove or Megan Draper, then let me know down in the comment section below. Until next time, thanks for checking out the watch list.